This is the fourth day. So in last class we discussed about section formula. Find the coordinates of the point which divides a x1 y1 b x2 y2 in the ratio m is to n internally. We proved it is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y coordinate is my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. I gave the small task. Find the coordinates of the point which divides a x1 y1 b x2 y2 in the ratio m is to n externally. But how many of you got success, I don't know. Just to follow me once again. Where you got confused, you'll come to know. So note down, this is the next result. Find the coordinates of the point. Find the coordinates of the point which divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 in the ratio m is to n externally. Point may be lies inside, that is internally completed. This is externally. Listen to me. Main construction important here. Consider a rectangular coordinate system. Take the 2 points A and B. Join AB, ax1 y1 bx2 y2. So we'll find the coordinates of the point. Consider that point as px comma y. So let P divides AB in which ratio? M is to N. That means here also AP by PB. Don't get confusion. AP by PB ratio is M by N only. External it is. But P is external to the A and B in this case. You want to do the forcible construction here? Same. Draw. AL is perpendicular to x-axis. Draw BM is perpendicular to x-axis. PN is perpendicular to x-axis. Already you experienced internal theorem, same. Here, draw perpendicular. AQ is perpendicular to PN, not to BM. And draw BR is perpendicular to AN. So many of you, maybe you tried AQ is perpendicular to BM. In that comparison, you will not get the answer. See here, triangle AQP is similar to triangle BRP. We had to use these two triangles. That is the small difference between internal formula and external formula. First explain this one. Consider a rectangular coordinate system. Consider a rectangular coordinate system in which given A is equal to x1 y1, B is x2 y2. Let P x comma y be any point. Let P x comma y be any point which divides A and B in the ratio m is to n externally. So AP by PB is equal to m by n. Let it is equation 1. AP by PB is equal to m by n. Let it is equation 1. Next, do the construction. Draw AL is perpendicular to x-axis AL. BM is perpendicular to x-axis. Next, PN is perpendicular to x-axis. Next, AQ is perpendicular to PN. Finally, and BR is perpendicular to PN. So from the diagram, see this. Here angle Q 90, angle R 90. I am comparing these two triangles. In a triangle AQP and BRP. Here it is a transversal cut, two parallel lines means alternative angles are equal. So two angles equal means automatically third angle should be equal. Corresponding three angles equal means triangle AQP is similar to triangle BRP. So go for that second part. From the diagram, see this one. From the diagram, in a triangle AQP and a triangle BRP. First, angle AQP is equal to angle BRP. Right angle. Next, angle PAQ. Angle PAQ is equal to angle PBR. Alternative angles. If a transversal cut, two parallel lines, alternative angles are equal and corresponding angles also equal. Next, automatically third angle. Angle APQ is equal to angle BPR. So corresponding angles equal means we can say that implies triangle AQP is similar to triangle BRP. So in similar triangles, corresponding sides ratios are equal. So AP by PB is equal to, this is important relation. AP by PB is equal to, next corresponding sides, this one, BR by AQ. So AQ by BR. Here one thing you have to observe. In the top position, we are writing the sides which are belong to AQP. So below that one, we have to write the sides which are belong to triangle BRP. Don't write BR by AQ. You will get wrong answers. Concept is also wrong, that is. So follow the systematic order. Here AQP is similar to triangle BRP. So first we have taken AP by PB. PB is from second triangle. Here also AQ from first triangle, BR from second triangle. Here only you will neglect this point and you will do the mistakes. Next, third one, see this one. PQ in this triangle AQP, PQ is corresponding to PR. Corresponding sides ratios are equal. So PQ by PR. Let it is equation 2. We will use this one. Now see this one. We will find the AQ value. In the diagram itself, we will decide the AQ value. See this one. AQ means, listen to me. AQ means that is equal to LN. LN means ON minus OL. What is ON value? The perpendicular distance of the point from the y-axis is always x coordinate. So this value is, this AQ value is x minus, total value is x minus of, what is OL value? OL means perpendicular distance of the point from the y-axis. That is x coordinated, that is x1. X minus of x1. AQ value x minus of x1. Next, BR value. See the BR, this value. BR is equal to, that is nothing but Mn. Coming to the x-axis. BR is equal to Mn. Mn is nothing but ON minus OM. Is it clear? So ON value once again, what is ON value? X. ON minus, what is OM value? Perpendicular distance of the point from the y-axis, that is nothing but x2. So BR value x minus of x2. Next, coming to the PQ. See the PQ, this distance. PQ is nothing but PN minus QN. What is PN? Perpendicular distance of the point from point to x-axis. Perpendicular distance of the point from the x-axis always y coordinate. So this is, we required PQ, this is y minus of QN. What is QN? Perpendicular distance of the point from the A to x-axis. This is nothing but y1. Y minus of y1. See how many times we are using the definition of the point. That is so important here. Y minus of y1, PQ value. Next, PR. See this PR. PN minus RN. What is PN value? Why? What is this RN value? RN is equal to BM. See the diagram. RN is equal to BM. So that is y minus of y2. This is y minus of y2. If you want clear explanation, you can explain it. Applying in equation 2 now, that is final step. AP by PB means that is M by N is equal to. Next we are taking AQ by BR. AQ means x minus of x1 by x minus of x2, that is equal to. Next we have taken PQ by PR. PQ value y minus of y1. Y minus of y1. Just to practice this distance and what. That's all. AN minus of PQ. Next, PR value, PN minus of RN, PM minus of RN, that is y minus of y2. So from this one, equating first two conditions, we'll get the x value. Equating these two, we'll get the y value. Do that one. That implies if M by N is equal to x minus of x1 by x minus of x2. Do the cross multiplication. This is mx minus of mx2 is equal to nx minus of nx1. We required x value. Shifting this nx to left, taking x common, m minus of n into x is equal to, sending this mx2 to right side, minus mx2 becomes plus mx2 minus nx1. So x is equal to mx2 minus nx1 by m minus of n. That is x coordinate. Yesterday x coordinate, internal division of x coordinate is mx2 minus plus nx1 by m plus n. Just we got minus symbol in place of plus. That's all. Many people, they will not give the proof for you. Just they will say using minus n will get external ratio. Y, immediately students, they will have doubt, minus y minus. This is the proof. Perfect proof is there for this one also. Next, equating first and last. If m by n is equal to y minus of y1 by y minus of y2, do the cross multiplication. So my minus of my2, that is ny minus of ny1. Shifting ny to left. So my minus ny is equal to this minus term to right side, my2 minus of ny1. Taking y common, this is m minus of n remaining. It is my2 minus of ny1. Just write the y value. my2 minus of ny1 by m minus of n. This is y. And this is x. So write the coordinates of P. So the external divisional point P is equal to, what is the final answer? The coordinates of the P is equal to, that is mx2 minus nx1 by m minus of n. This is my2 minus of ny1 by m minus of n. So external division and internal division completed. Tell me the midpoint formula. Midpoint means, see the midpoint, just find the midpoint of a x1 y1 and b x2 y2. So midpoint means we can take the ratio as 1:1. Applying the internal divisional formula, mx2 plus nx1 means x1 plus x2 by 2. M 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1, x1 plus x2 by 1 plus 1 means that is 2, midpoint. Next, what is y coordinate? y1 plus y2 by 2. Not done. The coordinates of the midpoint, of line joining a x1 y1, and b x2 y2 is x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Next concept, trisection ratio. Trisection ratio. See the next concept, trisection ratio. Which ratio is called trisection ratio? Listen to me. Let a line segment A and B. Trisection means Tri means 3 units. Do this one as 3 units first. Next, the possibilities are one is 1:2 point, another one is 2:1 point. So this P and Q are called trisection points. What is the trisection ratio? Means 1:2 or 2:1 internally is called trisection ratio. So there is a chance for 2 points P and Q. Not on the diagram, that ratio. Not on. For a line segment, 1:2 or 2:1 ratio is called, for a line segment 1:2 or 2:1, a ratio is called trisection ratio. Is called trisection ratio. Find the trisection ratio points means which one we have to find? We have to find both 1:2 and 2:1. Trisection ratio. No, not. These points are important for any objective type of exams. JEE mains. We'll discuss based on these points. Some useful points, either a JEE mains or KSET, like that. So see what we proved, we find the coordinates of the points Px comma y, which divides the AB comma in the ratio m:n. Here a reverse question. Just I will give all the 3 points. I required ratio. How you will find the ratio? Just reverse or not. Okay? Not done. The ratio of a point P x comma y, the ratio of a point P x comma y which divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 and bx2 y2 is the ratio of a point x comma y which divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 is. Listen to me, don't get confusion. I am asking you now, this is A, B, let A is x1 y1 and B is x2 y2. I am asking P divides x comma y in which ratio? Directly how to tell it? So now see that. Go to the first theorem, tell me the answer. All of you see the proof of first theorem, you will get the answer. Just it is there in that proof. This shortcut formula is derived from that proof only. See the condition, second condition, AP by PB, M by N is equal to, what we got? In that one, the condition, see that in that proof, M by N is equal to, tell me that condition, x minus of, in coordinates tell me. AP by PB is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x, and this is equal to, one more, y minus y1 by y2 minus y. All of you see this one? In a proof, second condition, by using this one only, we find the values of x and y. I'm using that proof only once again. What we required here? Just M by N is required. So what is the answer? What is the answer for this question? So that's why proofs are very important. From any proof you can derive the so many shortcuts, okay, which is useful to crack the objective questions. They will ask this question only in JEE mains. Find the ratio of Px comma y which divides x1 y1 and bx2 y2 is. Sir, we don't know, sir. We know only ratio. When we know ratio, we know the point, sir. But when point knows how to find the ratio, sir, there is a big procedure to find this one. 5 marks question it is. But in JEE mains, there is no time for you. Just 1 minute time it is. How to crack it? That is the answer. I'm not cheating you. We proved it. M by n is equal to, this is the ratio directly, x minus of, see this one. The ratio answer is x minus of x1 is to x2 minus of x, or, see the use of the proof. Or you can write, you will get the same answer. Y minus of y1 is to y2 minus of y. Here listen to me everyone. If this ratio is positive, it is internal division. If the ratio is negative, it is external division. That's all. The answer, if you got, for example, 2:3, that means P is internal divisional point. If you got minus 2:3, it is external divisional point. Okay, now done. Next. Second point. This is first point. Second point. If the ratio is positive, if the ratio is positive, if the ratio is positive, P is internal divisional point. P is internal divisional point. And if ratio is negative, and if P and ratio is negative, P is external divisional point. P is external divisional point. While discussing the problems, we'll come to conclusion for all these points. So practice first theorems, results. Very useful points for JEE mains. Next, now on third point. Next point, third point. The x-axis divides, the x-axis divides a x1 y1, a x1 y1, and b x2 y2, y2 in the ratio. See the answer. Very simple. See, just simple proof for it. A x1 y1 it is, b x2 y2. X-axis divides this line segment in which ratio? That is the question first. The x-axis divides a x1 y1 and b x2 y2 in the ratio. We have to find that ratio. What ratio? Very simple. Listen to me. On x-axis, always a point can be taken as x comma 0. Y coordinate is 0. Let this ratio is k is to 1. We'll find the k value. That's all. Write the internal divisional point. So x comma 0 is equal to, first kx2, I'm using this formula, internal division formula, kx2 plus mx2 plus nx1, 1x1 by k plus 1, comma. What is second point? ky2, ky2 plus ky2, this is ky2 plus y1 by k plus 1 it is equal to. Just we'll find the k value. Equating y coordinates. If 2 points are equal means x coordinates are equal, y coordinates are equal. Equating the y coordinates, ky2 plus y1 by k plus 1 is equal to 0. So that is ky2 plus y1 is equal to 0. Find the k value, that's all. ky2 is equal to minus of y1. So what is the answer? Minus of y1 by y2. That means the answer is minus of y1 is to y2. Within seconds you can answer it. Minus of y1 is to y2. Not on the proof. So the x-axis divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 in the ratio. What is the answer? Simply just minus of y1 is to y2. If the total ratio is positive, internal division. If total ratio is negative, it is external division. The x-axis divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 in the ratio of minus y1 is to y2. Very useful shortcut. Just within 5 seconds you can answer it for this question. Many times given question in your case set. All of you derive the fourth one. The y-axis divides. The y-axis divides. Fourth question. The y-axis divides. The y-axis divides ax1 y1 and bx2 y2 in the ratio. Derive it and tell me the answer. See this one. Take any 2 points, a x1 y1 and b x2 y2. Let y-axis take us choosing one point on y-axis p, 0 comma y. It is always choosing 2 points. We have to find the y-axis divides ratio. AP by PB we have to find. Using the section formula. So let this ratio is k is to 1. So 0 comma y is equal to, here 0 comma y is equal to, write the internal divisional point, k x2 plus 1 x1 by k plus 1. Next, k y2 plus y1 by, this is k plus 1. So to find the k value, the easiest value is here x coordinate is 0. Equating the x coordinates in this case. Our target is k value. K means we'll get the ratio. So by equating the x coordinates on both sides, 0 is equal to k x2 plus x1 by k plus 1. So 0 into k plus 1. So kx2 plus x1 is equal to 0. Find the k value. Kx2 is equal to, that implies minus of x1. So k is equal to minus of x1 by x2. So what is the answer here? Minus of x1 is to x2. Y-axis divides in the ratio minus x1 is to x2. X-axis divides in the ratio minus of y1 is to y2. So very useful points, these 4 points, practice this one. Already in WhatsApp group I gave the PDF file for you, JEE Mains material, that is 146 pages material. It is very useful to you. Just to go through it, the possible preparation for you. Next, in tomorrow's class, 2 important things in a triangle. How many of you know? I don't know. Medians, altitudes, perpendicular bisectors, angular bisectors we have to practice. Because based on this one, centroid, orthocenter, circumcenter and incenters you have to practice. So tomorrow we will discuss basics of those points and we'll go further. Thank you. Thank you.